Okay, so before we continue, I should point out one thing. Um, you may or may not have noticed at the bottom here it says the salary cap is 91.5 million. I don't know why that is. I don't remember setting it to that, but I'm going to attempt to adhere to the normal salary cap of 81.5 anyways. So I've made some serious changes this offseason. I traded Eric Carlson finally and his $11.5 million contract, even though he had a very good year last year. He's just getting older and he was taking up room on my cap. I extended Josh Anderson to the $7.1 million that he wanted, and then I traded him. Here are the draft picks that we have. I was getting sort of like, for mostly draft picks, and essentially I'm not planning on using all these draft picks, but I'm hoping at the deadline I can package some of them to trade for someone. So those are the first things I did. I traded Carlson, I traded Josh Anderson. I extended all of my young stars that needed to be extended, and a lot of them got raises. So Edvinson got a raise. He's making over 4 mil now. Where is Eklund got a raise? He's making over 5.5 mil. Yeah, Graham is making that amount now, and so on and so forth. Um, yeah, so we did that. I also signed Nico Hischier. He wanted only like 6 million, but there were a shitload of teams bidding for him. So I offered 7.5, I think, at first. But then it was like a couple weeks and he hadn't signed with anyone, so I was getting worried. So I decided to up it to 8 mil, and then he signed with me. Um, yeah. So we got Hischier. I'm not totally sure about this term. He's 28 already, and we have him until 2034, but whatever. We'll deal with that when it comes. So having got Hischier, I traded Zibanejad for more assets that we can use to flip later. And the thing is, Zibanejad was on an expiring contract, but he was making like 9 point something million dollars. So by signing Hischier and trading Zibanejad, and Hischier is better and younger than Zibanejad, we actually saved money by doing that. And then I signed some other guys. I signed Jesper Bratt. Um, I signed Chase Prisky for like league minimum. He looks decent, at least as good as Semi Nikyu, and he's making league minimum. So I was happy with that signing. And what else did I do? Okay, the only RFA I still have to sign Lysell. He was asking for like 4 mil at first, and I just sort of waited him out, and now he's wanting like 1.6, which I'm more or less willing to give him. I'm also up like towards the reserve limit, so I've been selling off sort of like people who I drafted like in the first year, and they've gotten to age 24, and they've grown, but they haven't grown that much, and they might just become sort of an extra part of the lineup. They'd probably be good enough for the NHL, but I don't have room for them on my NHL team. So I've been selling off some guys like that just to stay under the reserve limit, and so that they aren't just wasting away in the AHL. So that's where we stand right now, more or less going into the season. I'm still slightly over the cap, I think. Although I have Mikheyev's contract buried. I don't know why these physical stats, I'm not sure whether he's declined in this area or if they were always that bad. I feel like I would have noticed if they were always that bad. But I have him on 2.5 mil for another 2 seasons. So I don't know why. Yeah. So right now during the offseason, his cap hit is being counted in full, but eventually, like, it's being buried. So like a mil will be taken off that. So I'm hovering right around like the 81.5 mil cap. But I still have some players that I can sell off to save a bit of cap space. Like I've been trying to trade Pinelli a bit. His attributes look okay, but he's already 24, and I don't think I really have a place for him in my lineup. And he's making 1.7 mil. And Nikyu I could look at trading because he might become just sort of an extra player now that I have Prisky. So that's where we are right now. I'm going to keep simming ahead and see what happens, and I'm probably going to start the season soon. All right, here's our team. I'm going to, I guess, make some adjustments to the lines or something. Because this doesn't work as it is right now. Because Olsen is at center and he doesn't play center, so I'm not sure how that ended up like that. But okay, let's go from the top. So our goalies are fine like that. Edvinson with Berg is fine. Moore with Merkley on the second pair is fine. Carson Lambos is going to, I think, play his first full season for us. He's played for us a bit in the past. Was okay. I'm hoping he's ready now to take the next step up to the NHL, and he'll be playing with Prisky, or I've got Nikiu to sub in for either Lambos or Prisky if need be. So our forward lines, Meyer with Eklund and Weisblatt, I'm happy with. I want to keep Meyer and Weisblatt together. I could move Heischer up to the first line if I want to. That's always possible. Then LeBanc goes back up into the top six. He really wasn't doing well in the bottom six when Anderson was in that spot. Okay, so Graham needs to be at center, or Graham should be at center. Olesen should be at left wing. Makes sense to switch those guys because those are their natural positions. Bratt could be played higher up in the lineup, but he's at fourth line right wing for now. We've got Sillinger as an extra guy. I've had him up too long to be able to send him back down. I don't want to just have him as a healthy scratch, so I could sub him in for Tierney every now and again. But I don't know. He doesn't look all that great. I could trade him at some point. We'll see. And then I also have Sammy Blaze as an extra guy. I did try to trade him as well, but no one wants him. So we're keeping him on as an extra guy. So that's what our lines look like right now. Let's check the special teams. I think Lambos is there on the penalty kill. Can he play defense? He's going to be in defense. Okay, that's fine. All right. I'm happy with those lines, I think, to go into the season. And we won 4 of our 5 preseason games. Our only loss was to fucking Calgary. But okay. I think this is the team we're going to start the season with. What is this? Oh, okay. I got baited. Okay, that's all for now, I think. Just save the game, and we're good to go.